Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all well. Today's video is a bit different to other ones I have filmed. I thought I would actually jump on a bandwagon a little bit. So I am actually today filming the Quickfire Assumptions Challenge, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically I have a timer of 10 minutes to answer as many assumptions as you guys have asked me on all of my social media. Mainly my Snapchat, so thank you to anyone who has sent in an assumption. It does mean a lot. There is a lot here. Unfortunately, I'm currently filming this at 12:43, so I have nobody to actually ask me the questions, so I'm just going to have to ask myself them, which is fine. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to start a 10-minute timer. Basically, there's 10-minute timer. I read all the assumptions out and answer them as honestly as I feel comfortable with. And I also have to not edit it, which is going to be hard for me because I like to edit stuff out. So yeah, 10 minutes timer needs to start. And yeah, let's start this video, shall we? So the first assumption is I'm really easy to talk to. A lot of people have said I am. I don't personally think I am, but a lot of people have said I am, so maybe. I listen to everyone. I take in what everyone has to say. The second assumption is I'm a passionate kisser. I don't know. It depends on the person, I guess. The third assumption is I think I'm higher than everyone else. No, not at all. I don't think there's any higher or lower in society. I think everyone is the same. It doesn't matter what background or anything you come from. I treat people how I would like to be treated. End of. So yeah, I don't like to think I'm higher than anyone else or lower or anything. I feel, compared to some people, that I shouldn't be friends or, I don't know, in the same category as them, but I am, if that makes sense. The next assumption is I always reply back to Snapchats. No. I am awful with Snapchat and Instagram DMs. Like, I rarely answer either, or text messages, to be fair. If you know me, who will probably Bobby and Tom will grouch for this the most. I rarely reply back, so I do apologise. But yeah, I don't always reply back. The next assumption is that I am shy. Yes, I am very shy. I have been for years. I'm not an outgoing person. I'm not loud. I'm not any of that. I'm just sort of, yeah, very me and very quiet in that aspect. The next assumption is that my kiss count is over 10. Probably. I don't actually know. I would have to go through and think about it properly. Possibly. Yeah, we'll go with yeah. That's bad. The next assumption is that I'm posh. No, not at all. I grew up in quite a royal area, but I am definitely not posh. My mum is well spoken and so is my nan, but we aren't posh. We don't have any of that. So no. The next assumption is I still have loads of makeup. Yes, I am very lucky in the aspect of all my makeup that I have is stuff that I have been bought for Christmas or birthdays, or I've bought myself. And it's a hobby, so yes, I still have loads of makeup. The next assumption is I go on loads of nights out. Yes and no. In the last sort of year, yes. Before that, no. I sort of last year and then beginning of this year before lockdown was quite a party person. I love to go out with my big sister, so yeah, but not as much anymore, obviously. But I'm young and I like to go and do things like that. The next question is I'm a party girl. No, I like to go out with my friends and go and do things that a normal teenager would do, but I'm not a party girl whatsoever. I don't go out and I'm not always partying. I'm quite sensible most of the time, so yeah, definitely not. The next one is assumption is I am spoiled. No. I am spoiled in the aspect of for Christmas and birthdays, if I ask for a specific item, most of the time I will get it, but I'm not spoiled in the aspect of anything I want, I get, if that makes sense. Like, I have to save, or, yeah, like, I'm definitely not spoiled. The next assumption is, and this one's going to be fun to answer, is I regret the person who I lost my virginity to. Yes. I'm not going to go into it, but yes. The next assumption is I have a 5-figure bank account. No, I fucking wish I did. No, I don't. The next assumption is I'm really popular. No, I'm really, really not popular at all. I have a really nice group of friends, and I get on well with a certain group of people, but I'm definitely not one of the popular kids at all. I'm not, yeah, just no. The next assumption is I have a high body count. No, I don't. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. The next assumption is I would never date a girl. That is wrong. I would. Yeah. The next assumption is my family are rich. No, we're not. Not at all. We're not far from rich, but we're not. I don't know. There's times that have been good and there's times that have been bad, but we're certainly not rich. The next assumption is I've dated a lot of people, and that is not true at all. Yeah, I really haven't. The next assumption is I go on dates regularly. No, I don't. No, not at all. I live quite a boring life, as you can probably tell now. The next assumption is I don't watch sports. That's a lie. I do, and I know who that came from. I watch a lot of sports, and with my dad sometimes. So I used to watch football with my dad and brother. I like rugby. I don't mind tennis occasionally. So yeah, I do like my sport. I want to have cosmetic surgery is the next assumption. Yes, I do. I want to get my boobs done, and I'm also thinking of getting my lips done, just because it is something that I would like the idea of personally. Just because my top lip is quite small, my bottom lip isn't. If I pout, there's just not much in my top lip compared to my bottom. The next assumption is I don't want children when I'm older, and it depends on my circumstance, to be honest. I have a lot of stuff going on in my life that I wouldn't want to pass on to anyone either. So it does depend on my circumstance and what's going on with me. But I definitely, I do and I don't. Like, there's times that I do and there's times that I don't. I'm just going to wait for the noise in the background to stop. The next assumptions is that I have an OnlyFans account, and that is totally wrong. I do not have an OnlyFans account at all. I probably wouldn't. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on young women to have one. It's not something I would purposely choose to do or think about doing or putting myself out there like that. That's just not me. But yeah, no, I don't. The next assumption is I have met loads of famous people. Yeah, I have. I've met a few famous people. I've met quite a lot of like band people, and I've also met Jack Whitehall. That was a funny night. The people who were with me, if you're watching this, that night was hilarious. But yeah, I've met a couple of famous people. So yeah, I have met some famous people. The next assumption is I don't get on well with my family. This is actually not true. I do get on well with my family quite well. I'm really close with my mum and my nan, and to an aspect my dad. My siblings not as much, but yeah, I do get on well with my family. The next assumption is I suffer from mental health issues. This is true. If you've watched this channel for a while, you know I've openly spoke about them in the past and in a other video. But yes, I do. Not fun, but life's a bitch. The next assumption is I'm a massive bitch. I get this a lot because I come across quite snobby and bitchy and just generally not nice, but yeah. I am definitely not a bitch, I would say, but I know how to stick up for myself, if that makes sense. The next assumption is I get a lot of male attention. No, I don't. I don't get any of that really. I just sort of have my own life and my own world. The next assumption is a YouTuber I don't like. I don't know. I like a lot of YouTubers. A YouTuber that I really don't enjoy their content at the moment. I don't know. I don't want to be boring and say like Jake or Logan Paul or something because that's just so generic. I don't know. I can't. I just jumped. That's the timer. And the answer to the last assumption, I don't know. Probably. Who don't I like? TGF Bro. I'm not a massive fan of. They're just not my cup of tea. Yeah, I don't know. I watch a lot of YouTube, so it's really hard to answer. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.